Welcome to sunny Lisbon. Yes, guys, this time I'm not in Mexico, I'm in Lisbon. The city I was born, the great city Lisbon, which has now become everybody's city because everybody comes here now. It's a really beautiful city, I have to say. If you've never been here, you should visit. It's a gorgeous European city. Beautiful squares, little sidewalk cafes and restaurants, fish, a lot of seafood here. Most of all, it's full of tourists. Portugal, especially Lisbon, over the last little while, has become the spot, the hot spot that foreigners come to now. So it is quite a happening spot. And I just happened to be here. Came to visit. I do have family, and I do have friends, and do have to do a few things here, being that it's the place of my birth and I'm a citizen, and so I'm here, and I'll be here for a little while. I will be traveling a bit, and hopefully you can join me on my adventure, where I can show you more of this gorgeous city and this gorgeous country. So right now, I'm going to be looking for probably a little pastry cafe shop or something to have a bite to eat. See if I can find one. We're here right now in the lower Lisbon area, the real touristy spot where a lot of foreigners come to. So it's probably not the most ideal place to get something, but I'll see. So to my right, if I go up here, up this street here that I'm headed, this area of town is called Bairro Alto. Gorgeous. So this part of Lisbon sits a little higher. So if you think of lower Lisbon, there's kind of like a little valley, which is what's back there. And then on either side, there's a kind of a elevation. On the, I guess on the other side is a castle, St. George's Castle, which is a major tourist attraction. And this side is Bairro Alto, which is a very popular area for travelers, tourists, and a Great place to live, actually, I think, if I was to live in Lisbon. Great place. So we are approaching the epicenter of Bairro Alto, right here. To my right is Livraria da Costa, means the bookstore, and it is apparently one of the oldest bookstores. It is the oldest bookstore in Portugal, but I think it's also one of the oldest bookstores in the world. That is Fernando Pessoa. He's a famous Portuguese poet. So here you'll find books that are probably like anywhere from 40 to 60 years old and older. Fantastic bookstore. Look at this. Wow, look at this. What a fantastic bookstore. I'm just going to take a picture. Took my selfie. Look at this place. Wow. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm trying to be quiet because we're in a bookstore. Oh, it's nice and cool in here too. So hot outside. Look at this, old newspapers. Diário de Notícias. What's the date on this? I can't even tell what the date is. It looks like it's from the 70s or 60s. Look at this. Oh my God. It's this beautiful mess where you can just wander around and explore these ancient books like this. I have no idea. 1838. Incredible. And these must be personalities, Portuguese people. So here we are back on the street, and wow, look at the fans blowing water on people because of the heat. They're not used to it. Gorgeous architecture. This here is a statue of Fernando Pessoa, who's a famous Portuguese poet. He wrote many poems and books, and here he's celebrated. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous place. This gonna do a nice little 360. So I'm just walking up. This is all Barro Alto from here. All of it. Sorry about that. It all fell. Slipped out of my hand. All of this is Barro Alto. I've wandered it many, many times. Make sure it's working. Wandered it many, many times. But look at the architecture here. It's very old school architecture. You know, the funny thing is most people probably think I'm a tourist here as I'm doing this little video. You know, but the irony is I was born here. And, that's the funny thing. Everywhere there's pastry shops. I mean, pastry shops everywhere. Sadly, you do see some American franchises like Subway, and we'll probably get a KFC or McDonald's pretty soon. So this is it, Barro Alto. One of the most iconic neighborhoods in Lisbon and in Europe. Beautifully well preserved. A hallmark of when Portugal ruled and conquered had a lot of conquering. We're colonizers and reaped the benefits and all the monetary gains from being conquerors. And this is what they built. Now, I don't know when it was exactly, but there was an earthquake here which destroyed a lot of buildings, and then it was restructured. But Portugal did suffer an earthquake, and Lisbon rather suffered an earthquake and also a great fire. And in one of those episodes, much of Lisbon had to be rebuilt, and I believe the leader responsible, Marquis de Pombal, enlisted a French architect to model Lisbon a lot along the lines of Paris. So what you see here has a very Parisian feel about it, and a lot of that is because of the architect who designed Lisbon after the tragedy that happened to it. Designed it in the spirit of Paris. Oh guys, I got the most amazing croissants right here from this place, Marie Lecher, and it's completely fresh. It's a really fresh, it's like right out of the oven croissant. And I'm usually, oh, here's the famous tram. You come to Lisbon, most people do take this tram. It's ancient, it's been around forever. I'm going to enjoy this croissant right now in the shade And then let's see where we go next. I'd probably like to go somewhere warm, if possible. How much is coffee? Ooh, it's not cheap. So, cappuccino, hot drink. Yeah, so coffee here. Latte. Yeah. It's about 375 euros for latte, regular latte. Espresso is 175. It'll keep you going. There it is. Said no filming, but I was just checking out his prices. Just so you guys know what to expect, what things cost. Wow, look at that, eh? This road goes down to the river, the Tagus, which is right down there. And here we have that yellow tram again. What a machine this city is. Tourists everywhere. So I remember coming here many times. Last time was 2018. But before that, I don't remember practically any tourists. It was mostly just Portuguese people hanging out here. It was mostly a Portuguese city. And now I don't think I see many Portuguese people here anymore. I don't know where they went. Maybe they're hiding. But look at those apartments up there. They look amazing. Imagine living on that top apartment. Beautiful. Beautiful place to live. Okay, I'm going to enjoy this croissant. Wow. Definitely worth the calories. I was wondering, before I bought this, I thought, you know, I'm trying to lose a bit of weight, get in shape. I know it's gonna have calories. And then I thought, well, if I'm gonna eat something like this, it better be really good. Otherwise, I'm not gonna waste my calories on it. And as it turns out, it's amazing. Really good, fresh, right out of the oven. So if you come to this part of Barro Alto, just step into one of these pastry shops and you will not be disappointed. You'll love it here. So good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time I leave the Barro Alto. For today, I'm off to meet my cousin for dinner and enjoy this wonderful weather. Look at the river down there. Better be careful here that I don't get run over. So follow along with me and join me on this adventure as I explore what I'm exploring here. Right now I'm in Lisbon. I just arrived this morning and I haven't had much sleep at all. Pretty tired. Yeah, I'm really excited to be here again. This time I'm on my own, not with anybody. Traveling solo, solo Joe. That's the way it is. Sometimes you just gotta go solo. It's the best way to do things. Hoping you can enjoy your day. And I'll leave you with a little bit of this. leave you with a little bit of this street life here in Bairro Alto. What I do like is that they have managed to really preserve the architecture here quite well. They've restored some of it, I can see here. Some of it is still pretty original, but some of it has been restored, like this corner here. Here he is, Fernando Pessoa. Probably try to get a shot here. There we go. All right, guys. I'll catch up with you later. Ciao for now. Welcome back. So now I'm in the lower part of Lisbon, very close to the river. Walking around these little alleys and cobblestone streets. Down here they're completely pedestrian friendly, but very touristy. Here. This here is the main avenue. I'll walk down with you guys and show you the basically the gateway to Lisbon. You know how you have the gates of India? Well, this is the gates of Lisbon. Unfortunately, I don't approve of this. That get all this junk here that really ruins the experience. Like nobody wants this junk. But yet here it is. And I don't know for what reason they allow it. Probably there's a bit of corruption involved, where some people get paid, but I think it just really destroys it. If I was in charge, I would get rid of all the riffraff so that people can actually enjoy the beauty of this city. I actually haven't seen this place so heavily traveled by tourists. It's actually quite impressive how many tourists here.
I was like, wow. Okay, you he was going as
These guys here are university students. Typical Portuguese university students being minstrels, which is a traditional part of their activities here. Okay. I do not remember the last time I was down here, but it was a long time ago. And things have changed. The gateway of Lisbon. beautiful. It's gorgeous. This is where the boats from all the colonies would leave and come, return. All the wealth of Portugal was brought in here through these gates that built this beautiful city. That is the river Tagus, or Tejo, as you say in Portuguese. See how gorgeous it is. Hard to believe that 24 hours ago I was somewhere else. Very different. Here we have one of the kings of Portugal. And, I have such sad Portuguese history. I forgot his name. I don't do my research before these vlogs, so you'll have to forgive me. Josepho the First. Josepho the First, 1833. Josepho the First. Wow. Well, that's him. I guess he was probably the reigning king at the time when they built this part of Lower Lisbon. And he financed all the explorations. You got to remember, Portugal was before the Industrial Revolution, Portugal was a powerhouse. Conquistadors, like Spain. Spain and Portugal were like neck and neck, conquering the world. Britain as well. Portugal actually was the first European country to go around the Cape of Good Hope in Africa and found the route to India. It was the very first. And they, doing that, colonized much of Africa. Much of Africa was colonized by the Portuguese. Angola, Mozambique. Guinea. Eventually they let go. They went as far as Indonesia. They had Macau. They had a few other places there. Goa belonged to Portugal up to about 1960 something. So Portugal had a big presence, but they didn't. Well, the rest of Europe advanced with the Industrial Revolution. Portugal left it behind. Hence, Portugal lost much of its wealth in that transition because they failed to capitalize on the Industrial Revolution. But they also didn't get left with all the side effects, the desolate industrial towns like England has, where you have these ghost towns now. But Portugal lost much of its wealth because of that. Well, I think I'm going to catch an Uber and meet up with my cousin. I'm going to walk up. If there's nothing more interesting, I will catch up with you later. There it is, the gates of Lisbon.